for his victory, his favor, his love, his peace, his joy, and his matchless, unbroken companionship. Isaiah 30:18. I want you to get this firmly into your heart. You can think about what you think about. So many people's problems are rooted in thinking patterns that end up producing the problems they experience. Remember that your actions are the direct result of your thoughts. And although the enemy offers wrong thinking to everyone, you don't need to accept his offer. Isaiah 30:18 has become one of my favorite scriptures. If you will meditate on it, it will begin to bring you great hope and great power. In it, God is saying that he is looking for someone to be gracious, good to, but it cannot be someone with a sour attitude and a negative mind. It must be someone who is expecting for God to be good to him or her. The more you change your mind for the better, the more your life will also change for the better. When you begin to see God's plan for you in your thinking, you will begin to walk in it. The mind is the leader or forerunner of all attitudes and actions. You can always expect good things from God. January 4th. By your fruit. Even so, every healthy, sound tree bears good fruit, worthy of admiration, but the sickly, decaying, worthless tree bears bad, worthless fruit. Matthew 7:17. The fruit in our lives, our behavior, comes from somewhere. A person who is angry is that way for a reason. His reaction is the bad fruit of a bad tree with bad roots. It is important for us to take a close and honest look at our fruit as well as our roots. In my own life, there was a lot of bad fruit. I experienced regular bouts of depression, negativity, self-pity, a quick temper, and the chip on the shoulder syndrome. I was harsh, rigid, legalistic, and judgmental. I held grudges and was fearful. I worked hard at trying to correct it. Yet it seemed that no matter what kind of bad behavior I tried to get rid of, 2 or 3 others popped up somewhere else like weeds. I was not getting to the hidden root of the problem, and it would not die. If this scenario sounds familiar to you, it may be that you have unresolved issues in your life that need to be searched out and removed, so that everything can be made fresh and new. Don't run away. If God can change me, he certainly can change you. Rotten fruit comes from rotten roots. Good fruit comes from good roots. January 5th. Receive God's love. God's love has been poured out in our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. Romans 5:5. The Bible teaches us that the love of God has been poured out in our hearts by the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. That simply means that when the Lord, in the person of the Holy Spirit, comes to dwell in our heart because of our faith in his Son, Jesus Christ, he brings love with him, because God is love. 1 John 4:8. It's important to ask what we are doing with the love of God that has been freely given to us. Are we rejecting it because we don't think we are valuable enough to be loved? Do we believe God is like other people who have rejected and hurt us? Or are we receiving his love by faith, believing that he is greater than our failures and weaknesses? With God's help, we can love ourselves, not in a selfish, self-centered way that produces a lifestyle of self-indulgence, but in a balanced, godly way, a way that simply affirms God's creation as essentially good and right. God's plan is this: for us to receive his love ourselves in a godly way, generously love him in return, and then love all the people who come into our lives. When God reaches out to love us, he is attempting to start a cycle that will bless not only us, but also many others. January